Yes, people, Big T, I'm back, baby. A real important one today. Real important. I'm talking about loving yourself. Yeah, putting some loving on yourself, baby. You get me? And I'm not talking about pleasure in yourself. You know, I'm not talking about indulging in, you know, things that you gain pleasure from. I'm talking about delayed gratification. I'm talking about self-investment. I'm talking about doing things that you may not want to in the moment, but that will pay off dividends in the future. Yeah, that's what real self-love is. It's about making yourself better. That's what loving yourself is about providing yourself with the best environment and circumstances for you to be better, for you to grow in a positive way and evolve. You know, the end result is evolving. Now, how do I put loving on myself, baby? You get me? I exercise every fucking day, baby. You get me? I read and also exercise. You know, physical activity. It's healthy for my body. It's healthy for my body and it's healthy for my mind. Obviously, the physical benefits we all know from, you know, what exercise does for us. The mental benefits. It releases endorphins, it releases serotonin, it stimulates all of these positive chemicals that allow us to be in a positive state of being. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So why I exercise, it puts me in that PMA, that positive mental attitude to deal with the rest of the day. It's like a domino effect. Once I release that initial bit of energy, if I'm feeling some type of negative way and I've woken up in a negative state of being, when I exercise, 100% of the time, guaranteed, it ends there and I go into a positive state of being. Reading. Yeah? Reading, baby. I read 10 pages a day. Bro, when I started expanding my knowledge, that's when everything changed. You get me? Because knowledge is power, but knowledge is also confidence. When you know things, you know things. So, and when you know things and you act on that knowledge, you begin to make positive changes in your life. Your life begins to have a positive transformation because, you know, knowledge without action, you know, in my opinion, is ignorance. Because you know to do better, but you choose not to. So when you learn this knowledge and you learn of better ways to operate in this universe, to operate in your family, to operate in society, and you learn better ways of, for example, diet, of how to nourish your body, because a lot of the foods that we eat are taken from us. We don't know that. I'll make a video on that. But a lot of the foods and shit that we put in our bodies taken from us. It ain't nourishing us the way that we need. You get me? So when we learn, when we nourish our mind, we're able to nourish our lives, because we're able to make the changes necessary for us to experience what we're learning. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And meditation, bro. Meditating allowed me to become an observer of myself. Yeah? I'm observing now my own thinking patterns. I'm observing the choices that I make. I'm observing my behavioral patterns. It gave me a foundation to be able to do that, because I start to train my mind to do so. You get me? Because when you're meditating, like I said, especially at the beginning, your mind wants to take you to every which place that it can go. But every time you bring yourself back to zero, you are training that muscle. But every time you're bringing yourself back to zero, you're also catching yourself in trains of thought. You get me? And when you catch yourself in a train of thought, you recognize it. You know, I think this type of way sometimes, or I think this type of way sometimes, and that leads me to make these choices, and that leads to these behaviors, and that leads to these experiences in my life. You get me? So those are 3 ways in which I show loving on myself, baby. You get me? Now, listen, you're trying to love yourself, like, really? You get me? And invest in you. TLC, TIKO's life coaching. You know I got the programs, baby. So yes, stay grateful, turn every negative to a positive, and fucking love yourself, baby. You get me? Done.